All right, so welcome once again to this class, the training. And today we'll be looking at creating an Upwork account, all right, from scratch using the CV method. And to begin, you want to head over to this very URL that you have up here, upwork.com, upwork.com. Once you enter this URL, it brings you to this space. Okay, this is the Upwork platform. Now, once you're here, you can either click on Get Started or you click on Sign Up. Either of them will take you to the sign up page. All right. And here you'll be asked if you want to create an account as a client on Upwork. If you're creating a client account on Upwork, it means you want to employ other people who are freelancers to work for you. But if you are not a client and you're searching for a job, then you want to create a freelancer's account on Upwork. Okay. However, whether you create a client account or you create a freelancer's account, you are only entitled, according to Upwork's terms of service, to create just one single account. Now, when you have one account on Upwork, from that same account, you can then create other accounts. What do I mean? If you open a freelancer's account on Upwork, and then over time, you can have an agency on Upwork. An agency is just like a business, like a freelancer's business in the business of freelancing, such that you gather other freelancers who will be working for you, and all of you are working as a team. When the freelancers come together as a team, they form an agency on Upwork. Okay. Now, if you have an agency as such, you can then create an agency account on Upwork from the original Upwork account that you have, which is the freelancer's account. Now, it may get to a point where you also want to begin to employ people to work for you. Maybe as a freelancer, you begin to have so much work from other clients, and you're looking out for other freelancers that you can share the work with. Okay, so you can create a client account so that you can also be looking out for freelancers to do the work for you as well. All right, so in such case, you can also create a client account from the same freelancer's account that you already have. And that is why Upwork makes it clear that you must not have more than one account. All right, rather you should have a single account and then multiple sub accounts from that same account that you have created. All right, so having said that, we all here in this very training, we are all freelancers. It's taking and giving that we are freelancers. So we want to create a freelancer's account. So we click on I am a freelancer looking for work, and then you apply as a freelancer. It brings you to this page where you have to sign up. There are two ways that you can sign up for an account. You can either sign up using your Google or you sign up manually. Okay, sign up either using your Google. That means you have to be logged into your Google account, or you can decide to sign up manually. So in this very training, I'll be signing up using the second method so that we see the step-by-step process involved in creating this account from start to finish. All right, we already have one of the participants in this training supplied us a CV. So we'll use the details from the CV. Okay, so at this moment, just give me some few minutes. Let me input the details while we proceed further. Okay, so having supplied all this information where necessary, your full name, your email address, your password, of course, your country, all right? Then you want to tick whether or not you want Upwork to send you helpful emails to find rewarding work and job leads, okay? You want to tick that, and you also want to apply this second tick, which is that you have understood and agreed to the Upwork TOS, that is the terms of service, including the user agreement and privacy policy. Now, I need to talk about this country. A lot of persons have the notion that you should change your country to maybe the USA or Canada or UK or whatever it is, but not Nigeria. And when you ask them for the reason, they tell you that if you open an account as a Nigerian, or you open a Nigerian Upwork account, that it will be difficult to get a job. That's a blatant lie. It still remains that if you know your whereabouts or your way around the Upwork platform, you do the necessary things. Personally, I opened a Nigerian account, and in less than a year, I was able to badge the top rated freelancer badge on Upwork. Okay, so it does not matter whatever country that you use to create your account. And in fact, if you create an account that is not a Nigerian account, for Nigerians now, I'm speaking to Nigerians because participants here are Nigerians mostly. So if you create an account that is not a Nigerian account, there is a new policy on Upwork that you must fill a particular form called W8 form. And that form is a tax form. All right. If you fill a form, this is W8 form, as a US citizen, because you created an account as a US citizen, you fill that form as a US citizen, and they trace your form, your tax form, to see that for any reason you have not been paying your tax. They will begin to deduct tax from your Upwork account. And that means you'll be getting about 30% or 20% deduction from whatever money you make on Upwork, which is in addition to the already deducted 20% that Upwork is entitled to. Because by a virtue of using Upwork platform, you are already agreeing. One of their terms of service is that whatever job you get, they are entitled to 20% of the payment that you get from the client, because you are using their platform. All right. So without their platform, perhaps you may not have gotten this opportunity. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that if you create an account that is not from your country, okay, it means that whatever is applicable to that country will be applicable to you because you created the account as a disguise. So you want to make sure that you use your country to create the account, which is in our case here, Nigeria, so that if you're filling that tax form, you're filling it as a Nigerian. Personally speaking, since I created the Upwork account, I have not really paid any tax per se. Okay, I've not really paid any tax because for now, as I speak to you, Nigerians or the Nigerian government has not really focused on freelancers that in that sense, except if you have registered your account as a business, or if you have registered your freelance business with a CAC, then you may be expected to pay some tax. But if you are like me, a full-time freelancer working from home, nobody knows what you're doing in your room. All right, so you just get to fill the form as a Nigerian, and Upwork assumes you're paying your tax in your country, and that is the problem with your country to decide or to find out whether or not you're paying your tax. So please and please, you want to make sure that you created your account, or you create your account rather, as a Nigerian. All right. Haven't filled in all this information, you want to click on create account. Once you click on create account, it takes you to the next page where you are expected to put in further details on Upwork. All right, so at this point, you need to verify your email. So we have to head over to our email and then verify that the email we submitted is actually a human controlled email and not some form of robot using the email. So you head over to this point and send a verification email to yourself. Okay, and if you think the email is not correct, you can use this option here to change the email before you send a verification. All right, so I'll click on send a verification email, and then we head over to our email to verify that email. So we headed over to our email, got the link. You can click on the link, or you simply copy the link and then paste it on another browser and then head over. So that is to verify your email. You can see that it says congratulations, your account is verified. Now this is step one verification. Okay, this is just to confirm that your email account has been verified. It is different from your Upwork account verification. All right, so follow me as we proceed. At this point, you're welcome. Says, hey Tosin Esther, ready for your next big opportunity. And then at this end, you will see that you're giving a sample of what your account should look like or your profile should look like. You can see a picture here of this person. It doesn't necessarily have to be some studio picture. It just has to be a friendly picture. You can see her smiling. You can see her on corporate wear. If you check out mine, I don't have this kind of corporate attires. You will just see me on my headset, and a headshot basically is what I used. All right, so you just use something nice, something appealing, because it can also speak to clients. All right, so if you don't even know anything about how to create an account, just follow this sample here. You can see the name, you can see the rate and every other thing. Follow it and you would be able to get exactly what you need to know. So at this point, we click on get started and then we'll begin. It's asking us to answer these few questions. If we have freelanced before, we are assuming that we are starting anew. Okay, so you say no, it is new to me. And of course, if you have freelanced before, you can choose other options. Okay. So what is your biggest goal for freelancing? All these questions are just basic. You want to use this freelancing as a full-time job, you want to use it as a part-time job, just click as it applies to you. Here it says to earn my main income, to make money on the side, that is a part-time. Here, main income, that's a full-time. To get experience so I can find a full-time job, you can see that. And then I don't have a goal yet, I am exploring. So anything you choose here will not implicate you. And as you can see, you can even skip it if you don't want to answer it. All right. So in this case, I'll just say as a full-time job, all right, to use it as a main income. It doesn't really change anything. It doesn't matter that much. Then the next thing I want to do is to choose one of these, or you can go for the three if you want. How do you want to find work? Would you like to find the opportunities yourself? Do you like to package up a work for clients to buy? Or would you like Upwork to act as a recruiter? Okay, the good thing with this is you can actually tick the three. All right, you know Nigerians, we like to eat everything. So you can tick the three. It doesn't matter if you decide to tick one. Why would you tick one when you have the opportunity of taking the three? So we tick the three and then we come down here to check this box. If we have an open, or if we are open to contract to hire opportunities. Okay, I am open to contract to hire opportunities. It means that if there are other contracts, perhaps not mentioned in this category, you are still open to them. All right. So you tick that as well. And then we head over to this next option here. Next, to create a profile. Good. So at this point, you have one of three options to choose from. If your LinkedIn account is optimized, you can choose to import all those details of yours on LinkedIn. But if your account is not optimized, you can consider either of these other two options, either to upload your resume or to fill out manually. You can see this will take you about 15 minutes. That is if you are very fast with typing. If not, it will take you more than 45 minutes to 1 hour. All right. So in this case, it is advisable that you first create a CV so as to save you the stress of having to retype everything over again. So once you click on upload your resume, which is the option we'll be using, it will give us the option to upload our CV. All right. So I click on this, choose file. It opens up my folder. All right. That's my PC. And then I will choose the CV that I'll be using to create this account. Once I upload the CV, Upwork's platform will automatically copy out most of the information from the CV as it applies to creating a profile, as you'll be seeing in few pages from now. So once the upload is done, you click on continue, and then the profile begins. Here we are asked, what title do you want your profile to bear? What title do you want your profile to bear? Now, what I usually recommend is one of three things. All right, you can either use what you do, or you can use the technology that you use to accomplish your work, or you can use the big result that you have accomplished for your clients. But personally, I use the three. So you can go with what you do. For instance, if you are a human resource personnel, you can say recruiting a human resource, all right? And then you can give it a slash, a straight slash, and then put in maybe a big software or technology that you use. All right, so the next thing you want to check out is the technology that you use. If you use maybe any ATS CV system, you could want to add that here as the technology that you use to screen out talent when you're recruiting them. And then you can give another slash and then mention a big result that you have accomplished for a client as a recruiter. All right. So for instance, I could say I am I'm a technical expert or technical support expert or technical support representative or expert technical support representative, whatever way you want to put it, because anything you put in here will help you rank on the Upwork search engine. So you want to make sure that you use something that would assist your profile to rank high on the Upwork search engine. Okay, we'll still delve deeply into this so that you understand what we mean. So I can say expert technical support representative, and then I could come over here and say a Go High Level expert. Go High Level is a CRM tool actually. I could say Go High Level expert. I could say Asana professional. All these are tools that a technical expert can use. Okay, and then at this end here, I could say I have helped or resolved or increased follow up, or say response or reduce response time per se, reduce response time by 98%, something like that. That's like a big result for people in that space. All right. But if you're confused, we'll still take care of that eventually. So at this point, Madam Tosin, you are a recruiter. I believe this is gotten from your CV. You are a recruiter, and check if this matches what you actually do. So having chosen a very befitting title, as you can see here, we went the other way around using the three parameters. What we do, okay, a tool or technology that we use in that space, which is data analytics. What we do is human resources and recruiting experts. Technology we use data analytics, all right, and then a big result maybe for ourselves or that we have achieved over the years. We have about 6+ years of experience, right, as a recruiter. Once this serves our purpose, we can head over and click on next to add our experience. Okay, here it says maximum of 70 characters. All right, so we need to reduce some things. Let's see. Let's take out this first and see if this works. Let's take that out. If this works, then we'll mind. Okay, fine. There we go. So now we are on the experience level. The essence of going through this process, especially using the CV method, is so that as soon as you complete this process, your file is 100% complete. Most people who don't go through this process end up having their profile incomplete. So they have to start adding up other things to patch up their profile before it can become complete. And that is why it's recommended that you follow this method. It is super simple and it is super helpful to just give your profile the proper ranking that it deserves. All right. So here we have experiences that has been copied already from the CV that we uploaded. So all we need to do now is to just check every experience and be sure that they are in accordance. Upwork has already helped us to highlight all these experiences in red, showing that these need attention. You can see we only got part of that. Can you check we are not missing anything? You see, it is not applicable here. But to be on the safe side, just check everything. So we check from the beginning. We have this first one here as a class teacher. We want to check everything here. We can fill this in. I'm assuming this is in Lagos, and this country here obviously is Nigeria. All right, Nigeria. This person is not currently working here, and that is why there is a start date and there is an end date. And then there are a couple of functions that was carried out under this category. Once this is settled, this is basically what you're doing for all your experiences. So it saves you the time of typing everything yourself. Once this is settled, if it is the place you are working currently, you want to tick this option. I am currently working in this role. If not, just give it a start date and the date you ended that job. Head over to save and you're good to go. You move over to the next one and you do the same thing. Okay, location, location is still Lagos, am I correct? And then
Yes,
country
please.
remains Nigeria. There is a start date, but there is no end date there. So once that is complete, you only click on save and then you proceed to the next. I want to correct all this as well. Assuming all these experiences are in Lagos, Nigeria is a country, obviously end date. So once we got that sorted out, we click on save and then we move to the others. You have quite an ample number of experiences here. So the same thing, we go through others, okay? So we'll run through everything and then till we are able to cover all the job experiences and correct all the errors, and then we'll proceed from there. Here. So if you're still working at a particular role, you tick this option, and then that automatically takes out the end date and turns that to present. Present means you're still working there. All right, once you've done that, you click on save, and then you proceed to others. So having edited all the work experiences, we're satisfied with what we have, we head over to add your education. Okay, click on this option or this button down there, and then it takes us to the education. We basically have to go through the same process just to make sure that everything is appropriately filled out. All right, so we have the high school, a field of study. This is high school. I don't think we need a field of study for this, so we can go ahead and save it. This is a university. Okay, so for Upwork, you may not necessarily need to put in your high school certificate, all right? Because Upwork will automatically assume that it is a bachelor's degree, all right? So if this is a high school degree or high school certificate, you may decide to take it out because if you check, there is no option for any other kind of degree. So the lowest degree you can have here is a bachelor's degree. Other than that, you want to just take out every other one that does not apply. So I'll be taking this out, all right, to remove this because it is the high school degree. And then I think this is this is a degree, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology.
I'm
If
sorry,
there
it's not
is no
okay.
political science in this case which we want to use, we can just use the one that's available or nearest to it, which is Bachelor of Science. Okay, so we choose Bachelor of Science. Field of study, we can then put in political science here.
Okay.
All right, political science.
Okay.
And then date attended, you can put that in. Description, under description you may leave it blank. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Or you can add Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Political Science, Bachelor of Science, Political Science, whatever it is you want to add there is optional. All right, we can just go ahead and save that. I have to check out for this. This is bachelor's degree. We can leave that. What degree did you get here?
Local
Local
government
government
administration.
administration. All right, it's not there. You can leave it. That one can apply. Local government administration, and then we can save that. We'll move to the next one. Here we have bachelor's degree. What degree is this?
Political science.
Political science. That's it. From when to when?
Yes. 20.
2020 to
2020.
2021. So we are good, and then we save. Okay, so this is
Science.
a master's degree, so we go with Master of Science, but there's no Master of Science here. Let's see,
Okay.
Master of Science. All right, we have it here.
Oh,
Master of Science in Political Science, and then we can save. All right. So
okay.
having taken care of the education and we are satisfied with what we have, we just proceed to languages. All right. So under language, you want to choose the languages that you know how to speak, especially if you have the advantage of learning or knowing how to speak other foreign language. This is where it becomes very handy. Make sure you put in all the languages that you know how to speak, okay, and their proficiency. So in this case, this is English language. The proficiency for all Nigerians, I want to believe we can speak either fluently or native. All right. So because most job will require that your English proficiency is at least conversational. So you want to just give yourself a heads up by using fluent or the native English. All right. Yoruba, I believe you speak Yoruba as well. It's important to fill out all these things because it helps you
Yeah.
rank in the search engine. There are some jobs you'll be seeing them in few minutes to come. There are some jobs that are targeted at Yoruba speaking freelancers. So if you don't put in all this information, you lose an opportunity. So somebody may be searching for a freelancer who knows how to speak Yoruba. And as soon as your profile has the caption Yoruba attached to it, it pops up on the search results. And then if the person goes through your profile and considers you fit for the job, they reach out to you. That is why it's important that every detail is filled out appropriately. Don't leave anything blank. One of the mentors of mine will say, this whole thing is like a real estate. Why are you leaving the land empty when you can always build on everything? So use it all, build on everything, exhaust everything that needs to be exhausted, because everything you fill in will help you rank on the search results. So in this case, I know the name Tosin is Yoruba, and definitely you must speak Yoruba fluently, or at least native, because you are Yoruba, except if I'm wrong. Is there any other language you know how to speak? You can put that. So once we have
No.
filled in all the languages that we have or that we know how to speak, we head over to our skills. So we click on share now, share your skills. All right. So at this point, you want to put in at least 15 skills that you know that you have, okay, or a skill that is tied to the title. Remember the title that you chose or that you edited at the beginning of the profile creation. So you have to choose skills that align to that title, because these tags, these things here are called tags. All these things here are tags. They all help you in the ranking of your search results. Okay, so at about this time, we'll be choosing 15 of these tags so that we would attach that to our profile. So at this point, you are not limited to this. Remember what I said, exhaust your real estate. If for any reason there are others that are not listed here, you can come over here and then write them out. Okay. So are there
And
others
tell the
that you want to
price.
add that are not listed here?
Okay. Okay.
What do you say?
Yeah, compensation and benefits.
Compensation
Compensation and benefits.
and benefit. You can see that
Yes.
it is not listed down there, but it
Compensation
is
and
in the option. So you can choose that. And that is how you keep listing them out until they are 15. Let's continue. These things, sorry?
So instead of office design, sorry for cutting.
Yeah, I was saying that even
You
if
were
you
you
cannot
were saying
remember the
something.
exact word, the exact keyword, if you can remember just one word that make up that particular skill that you're searching for, type the word and you will see a drop down. Then you can begin to search. All right. So that's how you proceed. Is there any other thing you want to add?
Yeah. Organization
What did you
design.
say?
Okay.
Organization. You see,
Organization
as soon as I'm
design.
typing, it's
Organizational
giving me options. You can see that organization design and
design.
effectiveness. Is that correct?
Yes.
So once we have chosen all the skill
Effectively.
tags that apply to our title, we head over to write our bio. Okay, now this is where most freelancers get it all wrong. Okay, now your bio should sell you, and you have about 1,015, if I'm not mistaken, 1,500 characters of is it okay? You have about, yeah, 5,000, if I'm not mistaken, characters that you can exhaust in writing out your bio. Okay, now your bio should be basically talking about your client's benefits, not you as a freelancer. Many people concentrate more on themselves. They keep saying things like, I do this, I have worked with that, I have done this. No, your client is not interested in all that. Your client is strictly interested in what they can benefit from your experience or from the skill that you said that you have. So everything should be client centered, not I centered or the freelancer centered. Okay, so we will not be doing this. We will be taking another session entirely on how to write a bio, how to craft a proper bio for your freelance job. All right, so we'll be skipping this part, even though we already have a bio that is copied from the CV that we uploaded initially. All right, but we'll be leaving this the way it is. Just delete that career summary because we'll eventually be editing virtually everything on this bio. Okay, but for now, let's just skip this section and then proceed to complete our profile. All right, so once we are done with that section, we want to move to choose our area of work. Let's be sure that we are recording. Okay, we are. So we want to choose our area of work. We click on that, and then we are asked, what are the main services that you offer? Okay, here we have recruiting and human resource. All right, you want to come down here. These are services that you have chosen based on what you mentioned. Okay, they are just giving you a suggestion. So you want to click on this icon here, or this drop down here, to choose the category where you belong. Are you for accounting and consulting? Look around this additional drop down to look out for where your skill aligns. Okay, so we have recruiting and human resources. All right, is that this should be where you fit in, right? So once I choose that, then
Yes.
we can only choose one at this point. You can't choose more than one. Okay, once you have chosen the mains, you can see it says what are the main services you offer. So once you've chosen that, you want to proceed to set your rate. Okay, so
Sorry.
if for any reason you made a
Can you
mistake and
hear
you want to
me?
go back, just click on the back button here and it takes you back to the previous page to correct whatever error that you have made.
Okay.
Okay, so at this point, we want to set our rate. And to set your rate, sometimes freelancers are confused about what to charge. Usually, what to charge is solely dependent on you. If you want to charge below other freelancers, you're free. If you want to charge way above other freelancers, you're free. But whatever you're charging, you have to be very sensible. Know this first, that Upwork service fee applies. And Upwork service fee, as you can see here, it can be as high as 20% and it can be as low as 5%. And it varies. It varies according to your ranking in the Upwork platform. So the more you earn, the less percentage Upwork takes from you. Okay? So when you begin to earn and you get to a certain stage, like freelance top rated plus, or you have been working with some special kind of clients, I call that special kind of clients, all right, you may be charged less. Once you have crossed that $10,000 band, okay, or more, you may begin to experience some low rates on your Upwork fee, okay. But whatever it is, just know that Upwork is entitled from the start to 20% of anything you earn. Meaning, if you decide that your fee is $100, Upwork is entitled to $20, and what you'll be getting at the end of the job is $80. If you decide that you want to charge $10, Upwork is entitled to $2, and you'll be entitled to just $8 as your payout. All right. Now, what I also recommend is, if you are starting out as a freelancer on Upwork, it doesn't matter whether you already have job experience outside. You want to check out what others in your industry, what other freelancers in your industry that have been on Upwork for long, okay, we call them top rated freelancers in your own space. In this case, in the recruiting and human resource niche, what are they charging? And then you want to set your own rate to be a little lower than theirs. Because if I have been on Upwork for say 5 years as a recruiter and I am charging $50 with job experiences and track record on Upwork, and you are just joining Upwork today and you want to charge $50, I mean, which client will take you seriously when you don't even have a job history on Upwork? Mind you, you may have a work history outside Upwork, but as long as you don't have a track record on Upwork, other clients will prefer to give the job to those freelancers who already have a track record on Upwork, except if for a reason you are able to, convince them. I'll show you exactly how to do all these things. If you're able to convince them either with your rate, it doesn't mean you should charge like a pauper. It doesn't mean you should charge so low that you run into using your own resources at the end of the day and you're not getting anything. No, it means charge moderately, but not to the extent of those who have been on Upwork for long. The idea is to attract these clients so that they give you this offer. And then with time, as you begin to build your job record on Upwork, you can skyrocket your price to any rate that you want as it fits your job history on Upwork. All right. But for a start, you want to check out what others are charging in your space on Upwork, and then try to tweak your own rate to be a little lower than theirs, because you are just starting on Upwork, even though you already have experience outside Upwork. And then we'll also, in another tutorial altogether, will be showing us exactly how to check out all these things that we have talked about. So for now, I really don't know how much recruiters are meant to charge, but since we'll be changing it eventually, we can just say, let's place it at $50. Okay, $50 per hour. All right. And then once we have chosen that, we move straight to the last, which is to upload
Okay.
a photo, that is a profile picture. All right. So here we are. Okay. I said for your headshot or your profile picture, you can use a camera, that is a camera on your phone. You don't need to get an expensive device to do all this. A selfie will do. Crop it out, make sure it is well lighted, that is the lighting on your face is good enough to see everything on your face. Your ears should show. If you're using a glasses, you want to take it out so that everything is properly set on your face. Okay, crop it out, let there be a smile. Your your picture should be friendly enough for clients to approach you and invite you for jobs. Because if you put up a scary picture on there, they will just scroll past. All right. So you want to use something that is approachable, or something that is presentable rather, so that that can serve as your profile picture. And then fill in all this other information as it applies. All right. Your country, your address. All right. This is optional. You may want to put the street number or your house number, and then your city, your zip code, and then your phone number. Okay. In addition to your picture, a good headshot with your smile on there, and then we are good to go. So we'll be putting all this into this page, and then we'll proceed further. Want to upload the picture that we've gotten, we select the profile image and we click on this to pull up our profile or our folder where the picture is saved. Once the pictures are out, you want to choose the picture you prefer to use, and then move this. I would have preferred if this was centered, and then we'll save. So we fill
Sorry
out all
for
this other
getting
information.
loading.
Okay, even though it won't show on your profile, we still have to fill it out. Okay, we know the city is Lagos. Lagos, Lang, that's Lagos, Nigeria. The phone number, we'll fill out all this and then we'll continue. If you don't know your zip code, just head over to search it. You can say Oko filling Lagos zip code, and that should fetch us what we need. All right, so we have this, even though the name is quite, I don't know. Which zip code is closest to you, Madam Tosin? 100,267
Hundred
is closest to me.
two
Okay, so we'll
six
use that.
seven.
100,267. 100,267. We are done. Let's move ahead to check the profile. And here we are. The profile is all set. And then we want to check to be sure that everything is the way we have put them in. Okay. So if the profile is exactly how we want it, we can either click on submit down here, or we click on submit from the top if you don't want to check through. So either ways, we click on submit and we'll wait for a welcome message. Here we go. The profile is ready, and then we can go ahead and view our profile. So here we are. A new profile has been created with the information that we supplied. Okay, everything is properly set. Now there's something I want to show us quickly. If we head over to find work and check this spot here, you see profile completeness is exactly 100%, and you will have about 50 connects available for us to start applying for jobs with it. All right, now you see how it appears as if this is a daunting process. However, the delay was worth it, because if you don't go through all these painstaking measures, your profile will not be up to 100% complete, and then you have to start patching things, different things. You have to start adding different things manually, like things like adding your job history manually, You have to start adding the job history. You have to start adding your education, all these things that were automatically pulled out with our CV. You have to start also adding your portfolio. We'll still talk about this very briefly. You have to start adding so many things just to make sure that that profile gets to 100%. And I told us previously that one of the things that an incomplete profile can mar us with is the fact that you will not be able to rank well on Upwork search engine. So if your profile is not complete, Upwork will not show it to clients because clients wants to work with those that Upwork has vetted as serious freelancers. And one of the measures that Upwork considers, or one of the measures that Upwork uses to rank freelancers that are really serious, is the fact that your profile must be 100% complete. So if Upwork takes that percentage seriously to rank you, then there is no reason why you as a freelancer should not get your profile complete before you even begin to apply for job. All right. So for some persons, the next thing they want to do is to start applying for jobs, but I don't recommend that. All right. There are some other things that you need to do that can help you so that once you begin to apply for jobs, clients can also begin to consider you even though you do not even have a single Upwork history as far as job is concerned. What are the things that you're looking out for? You're looking out for your portfolio. You must at least upload 3 portfolios because your portfolios will be showing here. These are things that even though you don't have a work history on Upwork yet, because this only comes up when you begin to earn jobs on Upwork. But in the absence of this, you can put up a portfolio of work that you have done outside Upwork. Okay, it could be a job that you did for a client, it could be a job that you did for a friend, it could even be a job that you just did for yourself. Perhaps you're a graphic designer and you're just testing your creativity. You have done some designs, put it up there. It's a portfolio. All right. It mustn't be something that you did for somebody and you got paid for it. No, it can be anything provided it is related to what you have set up here as a profile. Please go ahead and upload it as a portfolio. The good thing is, if you upload a portfolio, okay, you stand the chance of getting a badge on Upwork called the Rising Talent Badge. And once you are able to get a Rising Talent Badge, you'll be entitled to 30 extra connect, which will be added to the 50 connect that you have already been awarded because of your completeness of profile. So you have in all 80 connect to begin to apply to job or for jobs with. You understand? So that is why it's important that you take these salient things very seriously. Another thing that you want to do for yourself, because you don't have a work history on Upwork, another thing you want to do for yourself is to request for testimonials. You request for testimonials because in place of work history, or in addition to work history, it doesn't mean if you have a work history on Upwork, you don't need a testimonial. No. But because you don't have a work history yet, for those who are new to Upwork, testimonials are advisable. So what you want to do is to get testimonials from people that you have worked with outside Upwork. Tell them to write you a testimonial. All right. And how can you do that? Simply click on request a testimonial, or you click on this plus icon here. Okay. So you request a testimonial, a page will be brought out like this. Put in the name, the full name of the person, their first name, their last name, put in their business email address, because when you send this request, it goes straight into their email. And you want to take the initiative of pre-informing these people that you would need them to write you a good testimonial, because for whatever reason you want to use it to apply for jobs on a platform. So tell them to write a good testimonial based on what you have done for them, the job you did for them that they are happy with. So once you put in their email address here, if they are on LinkedIn, which I really recommend because Upwork will vet this particular profile. If the person is actually on LinkedIn, you want to get their LinkedIn profile. All right, you want to get their LinkedIn profile. And how do you get their LinkedIn profile? this is me actually on LinkedIn. But if there is anybody that you want to request a testimonial from that is also on LinkedIn and you don't know their LinkedIn profile, you don't need to go ask them what is your LinkedIn profile. All you need to do is search their name. Let me give you an instance. I want to search for a friend of mine called Lucius. Okay, this is Lucius. I click on his search result and then I click on view full profile. Once you click on view full profile, it will bring out his profile. Now head over to this URL section. That is where you get the LinkedIn profile of the person that you want to request a testimonial from. So you copy that LinkedIn profile and then you head over to that platform, the Upwork platform, where you want to paste it. So you come back to this place and then you paste that profile. You see that. Once you paste it, you fill in other information about the person, or other information rather about the person. The client title, is the person the CEO, is the person the CTO, that is Chief Technical Officer, is the person, whatever the person is, the title of the person, maybe a founder or something, just put the person's title, all right? And then what kind of project did you do for them? Was it a graphic design? Was it branding? Was it recruiting talent for them? Put that in there. Then you can drop the person a short note. All right. If you have pre-informed them, probably via WhatsApp or via text message, that you want them to write you a mail, you don't need to write too much thing here. Just say, as a follow-up to the request, I'm asking you to please write me a testimonial, and then once you are done with that, you click on request a testimonial. As soon as you do that, it would immediately be forwarded to the person whose email you have supplied. And once the person sends you a testimonial or writes you a testimonial, Upwork will need to vet that testimonial. Once Upwork vets the testimonial will automatically pop up here and you will receive an email that this person has written you a testimonial. Now, this is what you need to know. When someone writes you a testimonial and you think from your judgment the testimonial is not presentable, meaning the testimonial does not sell you enough to a client, you will always see an option to turn off that testimonial. Turning off the testimonial doesn't mean you have deleted the testimonial. No. Turning it off means it will not appear on your profile when people view that profile. Okay? So you want to make sure that only testimonials that sell your skill that you want to leave turned on. If not, turn it off. All right? Also, you want to check for certifications. If there are certifications that you have acquired over the years, you can always add them here. Now, just like Udemy, Coursera, and the rest of them, there is a platform, an online learning platform called Credly that partners with Upwork. All right. So if you have gotten a certification from Credly, it is easier to just click on import that certification, or that certificate rather. You can import it directly from Credly into Upwork. Once you click on this, it will automatically open this link to start filling out the information that you need to fill out. All right. But for the sake of this training, we won't be going through all those processes. All right. So the other alternative that we can use, sorry, we have to go back. All right, let's go back to the profile again. This is the profile. So we'll go down to certifications. Another alternative you can use is to add manually. So if there is any other certificate that you've gotten that is not from Credly, simply add it manually. Click on add manually, and then you'll be given this option to select certificates. Okay, so you click on this to get a drop down, and then you search for any of these certificates or certifications that you may have gotten. If you have anyone that is listed here, simply click on it and supply the information accordingly. Okay, but if you don't have any certification listed here, you scroll all the way down. Like those of you who already started taking courses on LinkedIn, you scroll all the way down and click on add a custom certification. Okay, you will be asked to input the details of that certificate manually. So you put in the certificate name, if it is a certificate of completion or whatever it is, put it in. Put in the provider. If you got it from LinkedIn or Coursera, you want to put that in here. Describe the certificate you got, the certificate of completion for the customer service representative course, whatever it is, you can put it into the description section. Put the date the certificate was issued. If there is an expiry date for the certificate, you can put that in as well. If the certificate has an ID number, you can see all these are optional, so you can leave it if you don't have the information. Else, go ahead and fill that up. If the certificate has a URL that it can be fetched from, you can put that in as well. And once you are done, this add certification will automatically pop up for you to click. And once you click it, your certificate would show up under the certifications option. All right. Now, employment history has already been taken care of because we went through the other way around, okay, using our CV. Other experiences, if there are any other experiences that you think you didn't mention in your CV that you want to add to your Upwork profile, you can always do that here. All right. Maybe a volunteering experience or whatever it is that you have done. Be my guest and put that all there. Okay. So let's check that we are still recording. All right, we are. So this is what will give you a complete profile. And then the last thing that you need to then work on is your bio. And this will be another tutorial altogether because it will take a whole lot. All right, it will take a whole lot. Okay, so at this point, I think we have basically been able to create an Upwork account from scratch up till this very moment. Okay, and as you can see, this is how people call the public. Of course, public means client or any other person that has access to your profile. This is how they will be able to view your profile. Once you click on see public view, it gives you an idea of how people will see your profile. Okay, so if I'm a client, for instance, this is how I'll be seeing your profile. I will see your picture, I will see your name, I will see your location and even your time. I will see your title, the title of the skill you claim to have. Okay, I would also see how much you are charging. I'll see what you have written out as a bio, if it's captivating enough. Take note of this part. You can see it is not everything that shows up here. If this part is captivating enough, the client would want to read more about you. They'll click on more. If it is not captivating enough, they will not even bother. So that is why it's important that you take your time to write a very good caption for your bio. And like I said, we'll take that in another session. All right. So the client gets to see your skills. They also get to see your employment history. All right. They get to see your employment history. And because you don't have a portfolio uploaded, this is a new account. We don't have a portfolio. If there was a portfolio, our portfolio will show up here. If there is a certification, our certificates will all pop up here. All right. But for now, what we have filled in is what the client sees. Okay. So we want to make sure that even before you begin to apply for a job, you take your time to optimize. That is what we call optimizing your profile. All these things that we mentioned, make sure you put them in proper place. Your portfolio, your bio, and every other thing that has been mentioned in this course of the training. Make sure you take your time to put them all in. All right. Now, in addition to your account creation, I'm going to give us a task. And what is your task? Once you have created your account, you want to head over to this search. Come to this search option here, click on jobs. Once you click on jobs, change this option to talent. Once you change it to talent, head back to that search box and type in the keyword that is related to your own job title. In this case, the job title we are looking at is human resources. You can see there's an option here for us already. click on human resources. Once you click on human resources, you would see those who are also offering the same skill as yourself in this space. To save yourself stress, reduce this bar here, bring it all the way down, say from $80 to maybe $100. Okay, and then the reason you're doing this is so that you are able to streamline those who have earned a lot. Okay, we can scroll further down. Let me see. So under this category, you want to scroll down here, all right, and open this section. It will be closed. Open amount earned, all right, and then check this point, 10K. That means those who have earned $10,000 and above. Those are the people who want to check their profile. Now, there's something I need to make you understand. This is exactly how clients on Upwork search for freelancers. They will just come over here, change this to talent, change this, and then search for the niche that they want to get freelancers for. In this case, we are searching for human resources managers, okay? Human resource managers particularly. Now, once they search, you will see different freelancers profile will come up. The first thing that the client gets to see are the following: your picture. Okay, you see the reason why we emphasize that your picture has to be bright and a smiley face. Your picture, your name, your title, very important. All right, the client will see how much you are charging per hour. The client will see if you have any badge on Upwork. You see, the client will see how you have performed for other freelance or other clients. Because when you deliver well on a job, clients that you have worked for will review your job. And once they give you a bad review, this is called job success. Job success. If you get a bad review, your job success score will reduce. And once it begins to reduce gradually, no client will want to work with you. That is why I emphasize that in all your doings, avoid getting a bad review for any reason. So this job success score is very important. In fact, for some jobs that will be posted on Upwork, clients will specify that you must have at least 80 to 90% of job success rate. And once you don't have up to that, you may not be qualified for that job. So it is better that you are even totally new on Upwork than getting a negative review on Upwork. So now that you know, make sure that every job you do, you are targeting getting a very positive review from your client. And that can only come when you deliver well. You don't need to beg a client for it. Once you deliver excellently on the job, your client will definitely review you. And if they don't review you, as soon as the job ends, you want to ask them to please give you a review based on the job that you have done. Always get a review from clients. Very important, because it contributes to your job success score. All right. Now, the next thing the client will see is the first two lines of your profile summary. And if this first two lines is not captivating enough, unlike what we saw previously, the client only gets to see a few lines of your profile summary. That few lines you saw before the option more is what the client will see when they are searching. So if these first two lines does not sell you to the client will just simply scroll up to search for other freelancers. All right. But if you are able to hold the attention of the client with the first two lines of your profile, the client will have no choice than to click on your profile to go through everything else that they need to know. You see how it works. So that is why it is very important that you take your time to optimize your profile effectively. Another thing the client will see is these tags, these skill tags, which is what we mentioned when we were creating our account. We said these tags will help you rank on Upwork search engine. Remember what we searched for was human resources. And then the result has pulled out freelancers who have human resource on their title and they also have human resource on their skill tags. So your skill tags, your title, even your bio, your summary should have these keywords in them, because these keywords will help you rank when a client is searching for somebody in that niche. And that is why you must take all these things seriously. So this is all the client gets to see. This is all that will sell you to a client. And if any of this does not appeal to the client will have no business clicking on your profile. Hence, it is important and necessary that this few page, this profile tag here, needs to be optimized so that whenever it is called up on a search result, the client has no excuse not to want to click on your profile. So for this training, your task is this: open this job, change it to talent, search for freelancers in your space, scroll down to those that have earned up to $10,000 and above, and then take your time to study each of them. You can decide to study as many as 20. All right. And what are you looking out for? Open their profile and read their profile summary to see how they crafted their profile. Because if these people have earned so much on Upwork, then it means there must be something that they are doing right. Okay? So you open this their profile and read their profile summary. You will see that something is peculiar to the way they write their profile. Let me give you a single tip. You find the rest yourself before the next class. You see the way this person listed out all the skills or all the services that she can offer the client. See the first two lines of her profile: respected for engaging diverse businesses, identifying win-win opportunities, re-evaluating current practices, and progressing people beyond their comfort zone to achieve unprecedented results. This alone is enough to make somebody who is really willing to search for a resource manager, human resource manager. Once you read this few caption, it's enough to want to make you click on this profile to see what exactly are the results this person is talking about. All right, this is just one way, and then you can see the way they outline their services. Okay, let's check out somebody else and see what we are talking about. This person has earned over $80,000. See their profile. See the way they listed out in a bullet format. They listed out their services. Read the first two lines. As a full-time resume writer with the CPRW credential, I work with students through seasoned executives, in almost every industry. My work includes updated formatting and editing, as well as keyword highlights and blah 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 blah. All right. This person mentioned their result, their credential, talks about working with different people and whatever their experience is. All right. And then they went further down. Just watch the way they started their profile. The first two lines, very important. And then further down, listing out their profile, their services in a bullet format. Let's check the third person, and this is the last person we'll be checking. You see the way this person listed out their services too? Listing out their services. My forte is in providing guidance and support to business owners in all aspects of human resource management, from policies and procedures to job description and so on. This person speaks directly to the category of clients that he or she will be working with. Okay, this is where her strength lies. All right, and that is what she's selling herself with. So a client who is looking for this particular service will not hesitate to click on her profile. So this is how you need to search through different freelancers in your space who have done exceedingly well. You can see this is an expert vetted. This is the highest badge you can ever get on Upwork. The next is the top rated plus. This is also expert vetted. That is why I emphasized that if you're searching, be be very intentional. Search those who have earned so much and see what they are doing right. You can even go as far as mimicking. Please don't copy and paste. Once Upwork finds you copying somebody else's bio, they will ban you automatically. And you know this is an algorithm. It's easy to use a machine to figure out who has plagiarized another person's profile. So please avoid copying and pasting. All right. Just go through their profile and see what they are doing, see the common thing among all these people, and try to craft your own profile the same way. All right, we will still deal with this intensively, and then I will also leave you with a template that you can use. But first, I need you to do this work because it is important. The reason why you need to do this is because profile on Upwork should not be stagnant. In fact, you should change your profile every 3 to 6 months. Update your profile because as you continue to get experience working with different people on Upwork, you should keep adding those experiences to your Upwork profile because that is basically how you sell yourself on Upwork. All right, so this is where we'll be holding it for tonight's session. If there are any questions, I'll be entertaining that eventually after now. So if you're still with us, let's just take a few questions and then we can end this session.